When I'm feeling frustrated and stressed and lost, confused, anxious, it's almost always because I'm neglecting my spiritual practices. And I often don't even remember how to get back to them when I'm in that place, right? But when I finally make my way back, I remember that trying to force reality to look the way I want it to by force is not going to work, right? I have to simply return to my energetic practices. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, personal development, and so much more. And today, I just kind of want to talk about how to get back into alignment with the divine and the spiritual daily practices that I use in order to do that, and how I keep my life in a state of balance and harmony and flow. When we're out of alignment with the divine flow of all that is, the cosmic energy, we're often going to experience challenges in our physical and three-dimensional life, right? So issues in our relationships, our friendships, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with the world, our finances, our jobs, our goals, and overall our satisfaction and fulfillment with our life. Things might just feel off and nothing's clicking, nothing's working. We want to throw our hands up in the air in frustration and give up. I feel like it's this constant feeling of writer's block and stagnation and like you have homework. Do you know what I mean? So realigning to our spiritual practices is how we regain our sense that we're divinely guided and divinely supported. So today I want to offer you small daily habits, some that you'll be familiar with, but if you're like me, will need reminding of and encouragement to do, and some that are going to be esoteric, and they're ones that I've picked up along my way in my study of my own culture and religion and other cultures and religion and spiritual practices over millennia. By reconnecting through small daily habits, we can realign our inner world so that our outer world can be a lot more harmonious and balanced. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to our new sponsor on this channel, Scentbird. I know that I'm not alone in needing my life to smell beautiful, right? I like to smell amazing. I like my space and my home and my car to smell amazing. I use a lot of scents in my spiritual work like lavender, jasmine, peppermint, essential oils all the time. I like candles and incense in my home. I cleanse the home with sacred herbs and woods. And for my bodily temple, I like to smell grounded and earthy and fresh. And I'm always looking for natural and non-toxic fragrances that elicit memories of the earth, that elicit that feeling of nature, of the seasons. So I really like to find new clean scents, and I often change my scents along with the season. And Scentbird allows me to do that really easily. If you're not familiar, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service where you can choose a new designer fragrance to try out every month for just $17. So look at the little containers they come in. And this gives you a full month of perfume. For me personally, I feel like it's gonna last a lot longer. It's a very generous amount. So I chose all clean scents, and they have an all clean scents section on their website, which I highly recommend. We have Hermeticas. This is a clean brand that's inspired by the practice of alchemy. And you know we like alchemy here. This fragrance smells like Oriental mysticism and also kind of like Abercrombie back in the day. It's like a weird mixture of both of those. You can see that. There we go. And it comes in these containers which protect the glass vials. Super easy, magnetic. And you just close it like this, open it like this, and spray. And you don't rub your wrists because that makes the scent go out. Did you know that? You're just supposed to go bum, 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 bum. And none on your hair either. I also chose Heretic's Bergamusk, which I've been wanting to try because they're a fully clean brand that I keep hearing about. And it smells delicious. It reminds me of my childhood, running through the field next to my house before they turned it into a mall and burned down all my childhood memories. My favorite though is one that I've never heard of before and that I chose on the website. I got to try something new. Oh, wait. In this cute blue little container, Memoir's Garden Party. This smells like summer. It smells like what I would imagine fairies smell like, for real. Try this one out. So with each fragrance, you get a 30-day supply before deciding to commit to a full bottle of any fragrance you want to try. They have over 600 designer brands to choose from. I prefer their indie labels, and they have that entire catalog of non-toxic and clean perfumes, which is all I use. I'm leaving on a trip right now and it's so convenient to just, I don't want to take a whole bottle of perfume with me. I could just drop this cute little thing in my purse. Easy peasy. Since they're sponsoring today's video, if you want to check out Scentbird, you can use my code Leeor for 55% off your first month, which is only about $8 for your first month for smelling heavenly all month long. So definitely check them out and check out their clean scents. I'll leave a link down below for you. Thank you, Scentbird, for sponsoring today's video. So back to our topic. In Judaism, we have this concept called tikkun hanefesh, which means basically healing of the soul healing. We don't believe that we're broken, that we come to this earth broken. Rather, we believe that we're inherently whole and that we're just kind of out of alignment or out of connection with the divine. It's an alignment thing rather than a you're broken and need to be fixed thing. We also believe that once we heal our individual souls, we will be healing the soul of the world, we'll be fixing the world, tikkun olam, or the healing of the world. So having consistent daily spiritual practices is how you heal your soul over long periods of times outside of your deep shadow work, right? And in extension, how you live in this world is how you heal the world. So this allows us to consistently connect with the divine on a daily basis and allow all that is to breathe life into everything that we do. So these practices I'm about to share with you are derived from various religious and cultural sources. They offer a path back to the joy of alignment with the divine. They're meant to bring back joy into your life and to not take yourself too seriously, because can I remind you that none of us know what the hell we're doing here, what the heaven we're doing here. We're just floating and making up rules as we go along and creating society and writing books and drinking fermented grape juice and eating and dieting, and it's just all like, what? Let's take it a little easier. Let's begin. We're gonna start off light and then I'm gonna get pretty esoteric. I have 8 things I wanna share with you today. Number 1, super easy. Wake up in the morning, make your bed, and clean up your space. A cluttered outer space reflects a cluttered inner mind. When we have peace and harmony in our outer world, it is much easier to get our internal world into alignment. Also, accomplishing a task, no matter how small, first thing in the morning does set you up for accomplishing bigger ones later on in the day, and it just feels better for the soul. The soul wants minimalism and organization and beauty. Number 2, meditation. Of course, this had to be here, right? So 10 to 20 minutes of mind clearing, of focusing on the breath. We spend all day long consuming. Can you spend 10 minutes of your day doing the opposite of consuming, just letting go, clearing the space of your mind? So this is how we become open vessels for energy to flow through our lives and through us. It's doing feng shui, but into our inner world. So I like to do this in the morning. I used to meditate for hours a day. I would have an hour practice in the morning. These days, I just plop on the couch, back straight, close my eyes, which shifts us into a relaxed alpha state. And I focus on my breath, breathing in and out through the nose for about 10 minutes. And when a thought arises, I simply allow it like a cloud to drift in and out, and I return to my breath. And the practice is in noticing when you are wandering off. 10 to 20 minutes a day. We all have time for that. Number 3, gratitude journaling. This is so important. And when I fall off from doing this, I notice my mindset shifts for the worse. When I'm out of alignment, it's really because I haven't counted my blessings. My mind is going to everything that's wrong rather than everything that's already right. So we have to keep a journal or keep a sort of list somewhere, maybe on your phone. I believe in the power and magic of writing things down by hand. You write down 5 things that you're grateful for every day. Do this in the morning to set up your day. I also like to take love walks, in which I take a walk and I find 5 things around me that I love while I walk. So you're priming your brain to focus on good, to focus on the things that you like. Number 4, read spiritual and personal development books. I feel like this is a given, but I've never really mentioned it as a step in realignment, so I want to mention it here. I like to read 10 to 20 pages a day or a chapter a day, and I do it in the morning and at night. I find that it gives me introspection into myself, into where I am and what the energy of that day is like. It gives me inspiration, and it puts me on the right path for the day ahead. Like making our bed and cleaning up our space, you're making this positive choice for yourself right away, and so you can continue to make better choices for the rest of your day. I like to carry a message that I've read with me throughout the day and incorporate it into my actual life, into my everyday life. Books that have done this for me are Autobiography of a Yogi right here, Woman Who Run with the Wolves, I'm revisiting that right now, anything by Eckhart Tolle and Gary Zukov, Jon Kabat-Zinn. His books are not the most entertaining, but they really teach you about meditation and mindfulness, living a more mindful life, and they can be applied so well on a daily basis. I also like the meditation teacher Adyashanti's books. Very, very fulfilling and meaningful and inspiring to read in the morning. Now we're getting a little bit esoteric for, people who are not super familiar with Hinduism, giving it up to Kali. So this is, my Hindu angels are going to be quite familiar, as Kali is a Hindu deity. I learned this during my time in Costa Rica with one of my Hindu subscribers. They taught this to me, and I have loved this practice ever since. So in Hinduism, we have the goddess Kali. She's a dark-skinned or blue-skinned many-armed goddess who has the power to destroy ignorance, ego, and illusion. She destroys our illusions. So giving something up to Kali is surrendering our fears, our challenges, and our negative emotions to the goddess, who will eat them. She eats our ugliness, okay? This is super esoteric. I hope you keep up with me because this is the stuff that I love. So she eats our greed, she eats our jealousy, our hatred, our anger, and she helps us to face our fears. She helps us to cut through our illusions and transform them into clarity, into purity. Ram Dass has a speech in which he talks about his practice with Kali, how he shares how he gives up his ugliness to her. Take it, I don't want it anymore. And in the same way, I do this on a daily basis, when I remember, of course, right? So an insecurity comes up, something that I don't like, some frustration, any impurity, and I say, Kali, take this. I don't want it. You can have it. I don't want it anymore. Take it from me. Take this doubt. Take all of this. Take my anger, my frustration. You can have it. And she takes it and she transforms it into energetic potential. And then it's up to me to decide what to do with this energetic potential. And so the way that I do it is I close my eyes and I visualize Kali and I ask the goddess, please, I don't like this emotion anymore. Take it from me. And what will happen is I'll often right away feel like I can do something else with that energy, or something in my life will come up immediately to teach me how to work through this emotion and how to honor it. So it's a very powerful, very beautiful practice. Number 6, we're moving to another side of the world. Ho'oponopono. This is a Hawaiian prayer. It's something that you can be using every single day. The 4 phrases of this prayer are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And in the past, I used to use this just to heal, but now I'm actually using it to heal and to bring light to all areas of my life. So let's say I'm in traffic and I'm feeling a little agitated and irritated and out of alignment. I'll start to say this as a mantra. I'll start to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it's this concept of kind of healing everything within yourself first, so that external reality can realign and look the way that we want it to. Rather than trying to contort physical reality to look differently, we're working on an energetic level through these mantras. Number 7, smudging, cleansing our home, our bodies. So lighting sacred herbs and woods, using sage in a sustainable way, so one leaf at a time rather than as a bundle. Loving the room and loving your body. So you're cleansing yourself with these sacred herbs and woods and grasses, sweetgrass, things like that. And you're bringing love into a room. You're bringing love into your body. So holding yourself as you cleanse yourself and just sending love to your body. And as you cleanse the room, sending love and filling the room up with love and noticing things that you like about it. Number 8 is observing Shabbat. And of course, I'm going to show you how you can take from my culture and put it into your own. So the Sabbath is a day that observant Jews will take off of doing basically everything. There's a concept called Oneg Shabbat, which basically means the pleasure of the Sabbath. So this is a time where you're supposed to enjoy and relax. So no work, no writing, you can read, no electricity, no devices, no cooking. Everything is kind of just enjoyable and made for you. So you cook ahead of the Sabbath. You enjoy your time with family, you laugh and sing and just really enjoy reality without all the distractions and stimulation of the outer world. and it's kind of making the home a lively and happy place. So observant Jews will do this every Saturday. I'll do it sometimes. What I like to do what I truly do is I modernize this for myself, me and my partner. We kind of stay off of our phones. We don't do any work. We'll spend time in nature on Shabbat. Take the concept of the Sabbath and apply it to your life. Can you dedicate a day a week just for enjoyment and relaxation? If not a day, can you do a day a month? Maybe you fast once a month, or maybe no phone for a few hours on a Saturday, or maybe spending time outdoors one day a week instead of being indoors. It's creating this sacred time of pleasure and relaxation. And I really believe that if we had that dedicated time for ourselves, a lot of our neuroses and our bad habits would not be necessary, because a lot of those bad habits are just there to help us to relax. Let's say overeating. When we binge eat, it's like the one time of the week where we allow ourselves to just relax and do nothing else except take care of ourselves, even though binging is not taking care of ourselves. You know what I mean? So creating intentional time for relaxation so that you can balance out all the overstimulation and overworking. So those are my 8 powerful and unusual daily spiritual habits for inner balance and harmony. I hope that you enjoyed them. Please let me know what videos you're craving for me to make for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out Scentbird, please use the link in the description and my code for 55% off. I love you so much. Thanks for spending some time with me. As always, until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.